So this is the fourth and final week for the Pilates Series 13. And so we've been focusing on the whole detox, so adding the water, the healthy immune booster drink. We've eliminated alcohol. And then, just also bringing awareness that it's not just the physical detox sometimes that we need to pay attention to, but also like there's a little bit of a, a little bit of a mental detox that we need to do as well. So what I'd like to do this week is just incorporate a few different aspects of how do we actually do a mental detox. And I think almost the first starting point is to incorporate a little bit of mindfulness into, like, just tapping into where are we mentally and emotionally at the moment. So that mindfulness is basically just a continuation of the breath work that we did 2 weeks ago. So incorporating breath work, taking it into sort of a mindfulness space. And then if anyone's interested, that mindfulness is then kind of like a precursor to meditation. One kind of flows into the other. I think a lot of people find meditating almost like a little bit intimidating because it seems like such a complicated or a big thing to do, but in fact it's just breath work, right? And it's just paying attention to where you are. So that's what we're going to start incorporating with our session from today. And then with regards to our movement practice, we're going to step back a little bit to the more classic Pilates repertoire. So we're going to be doing the Pilates, but including this mindfulness work with it as well. And then depending on how everybody is feeling on Friday, we're going to be ending with the original 34 Pilates mat work. You guys have done that with me before. It's a challenge. So we're going to use this week to kind of build up to that as well. Sound like a plan? Mm-hmm. Awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah. Here we go. And I see Margie's just joined us as well. Hi, yep. Margie.
Hey, Renee. How's it?
Good, thanks.
Good.
So we aren't going to need too many props, except for when we do our mindfulness with that breath work. We're going to be in a seated position. So whatever props you need to make sure that you can sit comfortably is what you need to have on hand. Let me just mute here. All right, so please start in a seated position at the front of your mats. And you can just have your block or your bolster on hand for a little bit later in the class when you need it. And having knees bent, hooking your hands just around the fronts of your knees. And if you're pinching in your hips, take your feet a bit wider. If it's still pinching, move your hips back or sit up on a block. Use your arms to help you just a little bit so you can find some height through your spine. Make any little twists and turns, little adjustments that you need, and then stay here. Allow your eyes to softly close, sealing your lips gently, softening your tongue and your jaw, and start to breathe in and out through your nose for the next few moments. Allowing yourself a moment to settle into your skin. Allow yourself to slow down with your breath. Scanning over your body, noticing any areas of discomfort or unease. Making any adjustments that you need, or perhaps just allowing your breath to soften into that area. And for the next few breaths, bring your awareness to your intention, your dedication for Series 13. Starting your Monday with that intention. And taking one more deep inhale through your nose. Long exhale through your mouth, parting your lips softly. Blinking your eyes open. Taking both your hands and reaching them forward. So there's energy through the fingertips. Your arms are strong. Inhale to lengthen up through your crown. Exhale, draw your tail under and become halfway back. Keeping your heels connected, you pause. Flex your ankles to lift your toes. Curl forward again to sit upright. Lengthen up through your crown and place your toes down. Exhale, draw your tail under. Pause. Inhale, lift your toes. Keep your heels connected. Exhale, roll forward. Lift up. And inhale, lower your toes. 2 more sets. Draw your tail under. That lovely connection to the deep abdominal wall. Inhale, lift your toes. Exhale, forward. Lengthen up. Lower your toes. Exhale, draw tailbone under. Inhale, flex. And this time, exhale to roll all the way down. Keep your hands lifted above your chest. And then step your feet a little bit closer in towards your pelvis. Knees and feet slightly apart. Inhale, open arms wide. Hover. And exhale, bringing hands back up. Just shoulder width. Inhale, expand. Notice the stretch on the front of your chest and arms. Exhale, shoulder width apart. 2 more, breathing in. Exhale, lift. Relax your neck. 1 more time, breathing in. Exhale, bringing your arms up, and you hold it here. Interlace fingers. Hands go underneath your head for support. Rest your head and hover your elbows. Nod your chin. Exhale, slide your ribs forward as you come up into a chest lift. And then inhale to release yourself back down. Nod your chin. Exhale. Can you get the flattening sensation of the abdominals? And releasing back. 3 more. Feeling that release along the back of your ribs, your thoracic spine. Last 2. And release. Last 1. And release. Hold it here. Stretch your elbows back just for a moment, opening up across the chest and the shoulders. And then slip your hands out, keeping your fingers interlocked and bringing your hands just above your heart, elbows bent. Rolling your arms towards the right, just allowing the left shoulder to lift. Rolling your arms to the left, and now your right shoulder lifts. So keep going. There is a rotation traveling along your spine. Allow your neck and head to move. Allow your lumbar spine, maybe your pelvis will move a little bit as well, but you want to keep your feet grounded. So your feet are acting as a little bit of a foundation right now. 3 more. Rotation of the thoracic spine. 2 more. And this is going to be the last one. Come back to the center, pause, placing your hands underneath your head again, and your elbows are floating. Nod your chin. Exhale, chest lift. And hold it here. We rotate towards the right. Don't let your pelvis, knees, or feet move. Come back to the center. Rotate to the left, keeping your pelvis down stable and center. Exhale, elbows wide. So there's no swinging of the arms. You're keeping your elbows in your periphery, and it is your rib cage that's rotating, waking up those obliques. Breathe out, flatten the belly. 2 more sets. Notice on your own body if you have the same range. Notice if you have the same connections. 1 more time to the left. Come back to the center, pause, and lower head and shoulders all the way down. Press your elbows back, releasing the rib cage, and then slip your hands out. This time, unlock your fingers and energy reaching up through your hands. We scissor. 1 arm overhead, 1 arm forward. Remember the connection of your arm movement to your scapula gliding on your back. Taking just a few more. Keep enough connection in the abdominals so that your lower back feels good. See if you can soften through the neck, the back of your head. Last one. Come back to the center. Hold. Interlock fingers. Hands go underneath your head for support. 1 more set of abdominals. Hover your elbows. On your breath out, curl forward into a chest lift and stay. Now tilt your pubic bone towards your nose. Use your lower abs. Stay. Lower your rib cage down. Keep your elbows hovering. And then release your pelvis back to neutral. Chest lift. So it's first upper abs, pelvic tilt. There's lower abs. Stay there. Release your upper abs. And then release your lower abs. And again, chest lift. Pelvic tilt. Lower head and shoulders. Release pelvis to neutral. 2 more sets. Pelvic tilt. Release down. Release pelvis. This is the last one. Keep your focus. No pulling on your head. No gripping of the bum. Release upper body. Release pelvis. And once again, let your elbows stretch back. And then slip your hands out and hug your right knee in towards your chest. Stretch your left leg all the way out on the floor. Put your hands behind your thigh, flexing your ankle, and we exhale to extend. Hamstring release, and bring it in. And again. Two more. See if you can keep head and shoulders down, pelvis level. One more time. And release. Hug your knee in towards you, draw little circles with your ankle, doesn't matter which way. Change direction, go the other way. And then bring your foot back to center. Bring that right knee just up to a tabletop position. Put your hands in a low V. And on your breath, tap your toe down and lift back up. And again, lower. And lift. Finding that disassociation at the right hip. Finding the loading into those deep abdominals. One more time. Place your foot down this time and stretch that leg all the way out long. Bring your left knee in towards you. Hook your hands behind, flexing the ankle, and here we go, extend. And release. And again, stretch. Getting those hamstrings loosened up. Ready for a little bit more of the advanced level work. And release. Bring that knee in, circle your ankle 3 times. Change direction 3 times. And center. Bring that left knee to tabletop. Hands come down and we tap. And lift. Find your connections. Hip flexor working. Transverse abdominis loading. One more time. Place your foot all the way down and then stretch your legs out, ready for the roll up. Bring your hands up, reaching the arms overhead. Pause for a moment, decide if you want your feet pointed or flexed, it's up to you. Inhale, lift arms, lift head. Exhale, energy through fingertips. Use a prop under your lower back if you need. Stretch all the way over. Roll upright into a sitting position. And then exhale, curl tail. Remember that feeling of strong arms. So you want to really squeeze the tricep, energy through fingertips, and then reaching your arms back. Ribs are closed. Inhale, lift your arms. Head. Breathe. Long stretch over, looking beautiful. Roll upright, lift out of your hips. Exhale, draw your tail under. So it's a feeling of opposition of your feet reaching forward as your body unfolds in the opposite direction. We're going to do one more time. Inhale, lift arms, lift head. Exhale. Taking a long stretch over. Roll upright, lifting tall. Circle your arms all the way around. Fingers pointing outwards as you place them behind you. Step your feet onto the ground. Ready for a reverse tabletop. Breathe out as you press into hands and feet. Lifting your pelvis up just as high as your body allows. Feel that little stretch along the front of the shoulder, the front of the hips. Take a breath and then exhale, releasing all the way down. Stretch your left leg out. Pick up your right foot, cross it over the knee. Help yourself if you need to. Lean back so you can bend the left foot to put the foot down and then push upright to straighten the arms. So now you should have a stretch into your right gluteal. And if you want to do like a little bit of a rocking baby action, you can just rock a little bit from side to side. Feel the stretch into that right hip. Make sure that you can breathe. And then lean back, stretch that left leg out, unfold. And we're going to do the other side. Cross left ankle over the knee. Lean back so you can place your right foot flat and then press yourself upright. Getting a stretch into the left hip. Oh my goodness, it's tight on me today. Keep breathing. It's going to feel so much better when we're out of this stretch. Releasing the hip. Do a little bit of a rocking action if you need. Center yourself. Just take one more deep breath in and out. And then exhale, lean back, stretch that leg out, and then reaching the left leg out. Bring your legs together, flex your ankles, sit up nice and tall, and bring your arms out in front of you with your palms up. We're going to inhale to open your arms wide. Don't let them go behind your body though. And exhale to bring them together. Sit up tall. Inhale, open arms wide. Exhale, rooting into your bum bones and energy through the heels. One more time. Inhale wide. And exhale to stay here. Now we're ready for our spine twist. Single twist to the right, breathing out. Inhale, back to the center. Single twist to the left. Inhale, center, good. Double breath, and we go. Inhale, grow taller. Inhale, shoulders down. No movement in the feet, the knees, the pelvis. All the movement comes from the spine. 2 more. 1 more. Center hold. Place your hands down. Bend your knees and pull your bum a little closer to your feet. Tuck yourself into a ball shape, lifting your feet up, and we're ready for rolling like a ball. Inhale, roll back. Exhale, roll up. Inhale. Two more. Make sure that your neck doesn't hit the ground. Chin in. Exhale, hold. Placing your feet down. Move your hips back just a little bit. Sitting up nice and tall. Energy through fingertips again. Exhale, go all the way down onto your back. All the way down onto your back. And let your hands settle beside you. Bring your feet a little closer in. Now we're going to go into a pelvic curl. Take a breath. Exhale, tilt your pelvis. Rolling up. It's that feeling of lifting from the base of your pelvis, not the top of your pelvis. That's going to activate your back too much. Exhale and roll down. Feel free to move your feet and your knees if you need to. Make it work for you. Exhale, tilt pelvis. We've got 3 more. Rolling up into your bridge. And exhale, roll down. 2 more. Just getting that articulation of the spine. Waking up the hip extensors. That's your gluteus maximus. And roll down. On this last one, we're going to be staying up there. Exhale, tilt. Roll up. And hold it here. Bend your elbows. Fingers are pointing up and you're digging your arms into the floor. Start putting weight onto your right foot. See if you can pick up your left foot. And let's do that little toe tap action that we did earlier. And we tap. And lift. Can you move independently from the hip joints? No arching in the lower back. So you want to think of pulling your pubic bone to sternum here. Use your arms. 1 more. Place your foot down and stay. Settle on both feet. Stand on your left foot now and then pick up your right leg. Double check abs and we tap. One more. Placing that right foot down, stand evenly, send both arms up, keep your arms lifted, and you get to roll down through your spine, imprint into the lower back, and release. Bring both knees in towards you, wiggle out your spine, And then just hold onto your knees individually so that you can circle your legs around. Stirring the clouds, finding a little bit of mobility. Change direction, and let's draw some circles the other way. Last two. Last one. And hold it here. Bring your knees up to tabletop. I'm just going to move back on my mat a little bit. I have a feeling that I'm going to hit the wall otherwise. So knees up to tabletop position. Interlock your fingers and place your hands underneath your head for a little bit of support. Elbows are hovering. On your breath, come up into a chest lift and stay here. Stretching the right leg forward, rotate towards the left. So it's a crisscross. Switch, rotate the other way. Switch, rotate. Now listen up. You roll towards your left side. So allow your leg to pull you to the side and see if you can balance. Now roll onto your back again. Your legs come to where they were and you're still rotating towards the left knee. Now switch for 3. 2 more. 1 more. Now you're rotated towards the right. Start rolling onto the right side. See if you can balance. And then roll onto your back again. And pause. We switch for 3. Switch for 2. Switch for 1. Roll to the left side. Balance. Onto your back. We switch for 3. 2. 1. Roll to the right. Balance. Roll onto your back. Switch for 3. 2. 1. Roll to your left. Now listen up this time. You're going to stay here. Place your right hand to your hip and let your head settle down. Flex the top foot and you're going to lift your leg up and down and up. Make sure that your lumbar spine is supported so that underneath oblique needs to support you here. Lift, focusing on that gluteus medius and lift. Taking 3 more. Keep your leg in parallel so you won't actually be able to lift your leg too high, not much higher than your shoulder really. Bring the leg down, hold it, point your toe, hands behind your head, lift up, roll onto your back, crisscross for 3, 2, 1. Hold it, roll to your right side, release your left hand onto the shelf of your hip, flex your foot, and we go. Lower and lift. Focus on the work into that little side bum cheek. So that means you have to stabilize your lumbar spine. Energy through your crown and energy through the heel of your foot. 2 more. And these bum cheek muscles are so important for stabilizing our sacrum and our pelvis. Bring your leg, hold it, point your toe, hands go behind your head, lift your ribs slightly, roll onto your back. Last 3 crisscross. Here we go. Last one. Bend both knees, hug them in, and relaxing all the way down. Nicely done, guys. Just turn your head gently from side to side. And then Bringing your head back to the center. Hooking hands behind your thighs. Let's go into a slow roll up. Move your thighs forward. Nod your chin. Exhale. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Pour body weight to your feet. Good. Head to knees. Unravel your spine and lifting all the way upright. Move back a little bit on your mat and we're going to do our spine stretch forward. So this is actually back extension work. Legs are the width of your mat. Toes pulled back. Sit up straight. Bend your knees if you need to. Sit on a block if you need to. Arms are out forward. Remember, strong arms. Energy through fingertips. We inhale to find our height. Exhale, release the back of your neck and start rounding your upper back, mid back, lower back, and maybe you can fold over from the crease of your hip a little bit. Now stay there. Lift your arms and see if you can extend your spine. Remember we did this the other day? This is downward facing dog, except we're sitting on our bottoms. And then round over, roll back up into sitting and lifting out of your hips. Strong arms. Nod your chin, curling through your spine. So this is a lovely release for those back muscles, and now they need to work. Lift your arms. Can you frame your head with your arms? Roll over and lift all the way back up against the wall behind you. 2 more. This is looking lovely from what I can see, guys. Beautiful work. Stretch over. Inhale, lengthen. Lift up. Reach through your crown. Reach through your tail. Ribs are in. And forward you come. Roll all the way upright. Lifting up tall. This is the last one. Here we go. Exhale. Roll forward. Lengthen all the way up. Energy through fingertips. And then exhale. Roll forward. Come all the way upright to sit up nice and tall. And release. Bring your feet a little closer together. Relax your ankles. Relax your knees. Give them a little bit of a shake. And I think we are ready to go into a little bit of a spine twist. So pick up your right foot, place your foot up and over, flex your left foot, hand or fingertips behind you for support, reach all the way up, and let's come into a little bit of a spiral towards the right. So hooking your elbow as best you can, and then just guide yourself into a spiral. Remember that it's not a pushing, it's not a forcing. It's a gentle easing into this twist, especially if you've got any lower back issues. We don't want to force into the lower back. Nice, easy inhale and exhale. And then release. Come all the way out, placing hands just beside you so you can go into a little bit of a counter stretch. Rocking over the pelvis. Don't worry, we're not going to do baby grasshopper today. And then come back to the center. Uncross that right leg. Give knees and ankles a little bit of a shake. Get the circulation going. And then left foot. Step across. Flexing right foot. Hand supports you. Reach up. And exhale. Little bit of a spiral and twist. Grow nice and tall, looking over the shoulder. Holding it here. Nice, easy breathing. Few more moments. Softly release, and now move your hands to the right side of your body, hands onto the floor, and a little bit of a rocking, gentle rocking. Come back to the center, unfold, and stretching that leg all the way out. Give your legs a little bit of a shake. So now I want you to take your legs as wide apart as you can. I'm just going to sit on an angle so you can see what I'm doing. It doesn't matter how wide they are as long as you can feel a stretch into the inner thighs. Place your hands behind you for support so that you can sit up nice and straight. That's it. Close your eyes just for a moment and just feel that you're on your bum bones. Feel your heels connecting to the ground. And then open your eyes, take a look and make sure that your toes are pointing straight up towards the sky. So all we're going to do is bend the knees a little bit, but you weren't allowed to move the heels. And then exhale to straighten your legs. And again, bending your knees, but no moving the heels. And then extend. So this is just helping us, first of all, activate and then release the hamstrings. But the hamstrings and the inner thighs actually share some connections. So by doing this movement, we're helping to also release those inner thighs. And the other thing is that 5 different muscles work together for the inner thighs, 5. One of them actually goes below the knee joint. So we're only effectively stretching the inner thighs when our legs are straight, because oftentimes we want to do this as our inner thigh release, okay? This is going to be much more effective. One more time, stretch, hold it, and now just point your toes away, flex your ankles back, and then move your hands underneath your knees and help yourself come all the way up. Turn onto hands and knees. So coming onto hands and knees, spreading your fingers out, getting your knees underneath your pelvis, stretching your right leg back, hold it here, walking your left fingertips forward, hold it here, and on your breath, lift arm and leg at the same time, and lower down. And again, lift, and lower down. 3 more. Keeping the shoulders and the pelvis level. Coordinating, so this is a cross-patterning move. 1 more time. Release, and bring hand and knee all the way in. Center yourself. Left leg back. Right fingertips forward. And we lift. And lower. So when we get into a little bit more of the advanced back extension, we do something called swimming. And this is the movement of swimming. This is a prerequisite. Last 2. Lower belly connected. Last 1. Release and bring hand and knee all the way in. Spread your fingers out. Tuck your toes under. Let's just do one little stretch for the feet. So you can move your hips back so you get a little bit of a stretch around the knuckles of the toes for a moment. Come forward. And now we're going to hover our knees just off the ground. Breathing out as you lift knees up. Coming into a 4-point hover. And again, this is a prerequisite for a lot of our advanced level work. Push-ups, back leg pull, front support basic, all of those. Take 1 more breath in. Release knees down, release feet back, reaching your right arm out to the side. And let's come into a little bit of a threaded needle. Using this opportunity to take the pressure off wrists. So decide what you want to do with your left arm today, if anything. And taking 3 breaths in and out. Just allowing yourself to settle into a little bit of a rotation. A little bit of a stretch around the neck, the shoulders, the upper back. Place your left hand to the floor again. Come all the way up, reaching your right arm out to the side. Take a moment to square your shoulders, square your pelvis, and right hand comes in. Left arm extends. Exhale, thread your needle through. Settle yourself down. And then what would you like to do with the right arm? Keep breathing. Taking one more inhale, one more exhale. Sliding right hand in, extending that arm all the way out. Pause here for a moment, demonstrate control. And then placing that hand all the way down. Long spine. We're going to be doing some tricep push-ups. So just remember that you want to keep the elbows tucked in tight as possible. You don't have to go all the way down towards the floor. Anchor your feet. Inhale as you bend your elbows. See if you can bring your body weight a little bit forward to challenge yourself. And exhale to press all the way up. Your lower abs have to connect. Inhale, bend elbows. Energy through the back of your neck and through your crown. And exhale, press up. Thumb and forefinger connecting. 3 more, breathing in. Wide back. Anchor your feet. Exhale. Press up. 2 more, breathing in. Exhale, press. Really nicely done, guys. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, press. Stay here. Round your spine into a cat. Sit your hips halfway back. Press up to the tips of your fingers. Slide your hands to your knees. Roll upright into an upright kneeling position and lifting tall. Take a moment to do some backstroke. So you're going to take your arms back and around, back and around. Give yourself padding underneath your knees if you need it. And then come back to the center. We're going to do the 100s in this position. 3 breaths in and out today. Get a connection between gluteals and lower abdominals to support you. Fingers pointing down, palms facing back. The wrists and the elbows are strong. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale for 3. In 2, 3. Two more sets. In 2, 3, stop. Inhale to reach all the way up. Exhale, turn your hands forward. Roll all the way over. Hands to the floor. And just for a moment, open your knees, big toes, and sit back into a resting position. Put your hands wherever feels good. Take a moment just to pause here and to notice all the energy moving through your body, especially after the 100, with that lovely strong breath. And now on your next breath, Draw yourself up again onto all fours. And what we're going to do now is come down onto our forearms. So you're going to line up wrists with opposite elbows, so you're quite low down to the ground. You might need to move forward on your mat because we're going to be stretching the legs out in a second. Roll your shoulders away from your ears and then extend one leg back, extend the other leg back, and then just bring your pelvis so that you are horizontal to the ground. Shoulders away from your ears. Now you're going to turn your knees, your hips to the left. So you're going to start to weight bear on your right arm and see if you can unfold your left arm up towards the sky. And now bend your knees so that you can lower your hips to the floor and your left fingertips rest on the floor. Now check your right shoulder. You're not allowed to collapse here. You've got to stay connected on the underside of your body. Keep the right leg like it is and stretch the left leg out long. You're going to start to squeeze your bum to move your leg backwards behind you. And now flex your foot and move your leg forwards. But guys, you're not allowed to roll back or drop. It's purely from the hip. This stays supported. Point your toes. Do a double breath back. Breathe in, breathe in. Last one. Move your leg back, hold it. Taking your left arm, your top arm, do a long stretch. A little bit of an extension, and then bend your knees to overlap your knees, placing left fingertips to the ground. Bring your left foot into the front, flexing the ankles, because now you're going to press yourself back up into that side position, reaching the arm up, and now start to pivot yourself all the way back so you're on your forearms, and then just let your knees come down for a moment. Relax your feet out. You can push back, but see if you can keep your knees and your arms where they are so that you're already in the correct position to do the other side. So I'm going to have my back to you for this next one. So you're going to still be able to listen, but you're going to see the back view. Come forward so your shoulders are above your elbows. Tuck your toes, lifting up, and you're in a plank position. Twist your knees and your hips towards the right. So you're going to feel the weight coming onto your left arm. When you can balance, you take the right arm up, and then bend your knees to lower yourself to the ground, and your right fingertips will be on the floor. Guys, connect into that lat on the left side. Taking your top leg only, stretch it out. Squeeze gluteals to move your leg a little bit backwards. And now, just flex your foot, hinge forward without letting anything move through your lumbar spine. Point your foot, double breath. Energy through your crown. If your neck is straining, look down. Last two. Last one. Take it back, hold. Top arm reaches. Long stretch. And then bring your fingertips to the floor. Bend your knees so that they're overlapping. Split your feet so the right foot comes to the front. Flex. Press yourself up into your side bend. Hold. And then start to pivot So you come into your plank position again. Bring one knee in, other knee in, relax your feet. And this time you can push yourself all the way back again into your resting position. Nicely done. Taking just a few more moments here to breathe. Draw yourself up once again onto all fours. And this time, spreading fingers out, you're going to stay up on your hands. Stretch one leg back. Stretch the other leg back. Don't worry, we're not staying here for too long. There is your plank. Let your knees come to the ground. Let your feet relax back. So it's quite a long base. Bend your elbows to come all the way down towards the ground and stay here. So your elbows are lifted, your legs are slightly apart. Activate gluteals, and we're going to go into a baby cobra. Inhale as you lift up. Use your inhale to float. Your lungs are filled. And exhale, release down. Inhale, lifting up. It's a little bit of a squeeze with the shoulder blades together. Your lower back should feel okay. And release. There might be a compression in the lumbar spine, but it shouldn't strain. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale and release. One more time. Inhale, lifting up. And this time, exhale to stay here. Can you lift your arms? Hold. Your arms are up, but your feet are grounded. Activate into gluteals. I sincerely hope you're still breathing. Beautiful. This is a basic cobra. This is a prerequisite for the advanced back work that we're going to be working on this week. Place your hands down. Release all the way down. Tuck your toes. Push up onto your knees. Bring your knees in. Sit back. And once again, we are in a resting recovery position. Relax into the back of your neck. Softening through your hips. Taking a moment to just feel all the muscles that have worked, connected, released. And on your next breath, just walk your hands towards your knees, and we're going to be coming into a seated position just to finish today's class with a little bit of the mindfulness that I was talking about. So I'm going to be sitting on a block and sitting cross-legged. You are welcome to sit in a chair, or if you've got a couch that's comfortable that you'd like to sit in, or however feels best for you. Just find a lengthened position of your spine. Make any adjustments or stretches that you need. And let your hands rest palms down, soft elbows. Find an easy position through the hips and through the knees. Allow your gaze to soften, turning your gaze downwards. And if it feels right, you can let your eyelids close completely. Softening around your jaw, your cheekbones, your temples. Softening your ears, your tongue. Closing your lips gently. Allowing all your breath to travel in and out through your nostrils. Just feeling the coolness of the air as you breathe in, feeling it run over your top lip. And feeling the warmth of the air as you exhale, traveling out over your top lip. Without judging, without having to change anything, just notice if you're having a little conversation with yourself. And just be aware, and then bring your focus back to your inhale and your exhale. Notice any sounds around you. Perhaps you can notice cars or people talking. Perhaps you can hear birds or the ticking of a clock. Let yourself listen to it. And at the same time that you listen, feel your breath. Cool air breathing in, warm air breathing out. And then allow the sounds to remain in the background as you draw your awareness inward. And from behind closed eyelids, looking outwards, what colors do you see? What shapes? Stay with your breath, using your inward gaze, feeling the cool air as you inhale and the warm air as you exhale. Stay with your breath. Allow that inward gaze to soften and release, bringing awareness back to the shape that your body has made as you settle into your skin. Feeling the energy move through your body with your breath, allowing your belly to soften and release. And then take a moment to remember your intention, your dedication that you set, that you became aware of at the beginning of today's class. The intention that you set at the beginning of the series. Let it move through your body with each inhale and with each exhale. Taking one final deep breath in through your nose. Hold your breath at the top. Long exhale through your mouth. Just allow your eyes to gently blink open. Bring yourself back into your space. Bringing your hands beside you, reaching all the way up. Exhale, open your arms wide. Lovely bubble around yourself. Ready for the rest of today, rest of the week. Roll your shoulders back and around. Beautiful.